I'm not sure what's best, but I think getting one for the weapon upgrade for the roaches is fine, and also getting the against mech heavy. I think it's okay to get the infestation pit already now, and yeah. You should also take the watchtowers with roaches. It's not good that he has map control, because like this he knows that there's no attack coming. If you should really take the watchtowers. You just put a roach there, and then it's very difficult for him to retake it. And I think you should either get a fourth base or an additional hatchery now, because you have a lot of minerals. So just yeah, and I'm not so sure whether I'd get the second Evo chamber, but I guess it's okay. And now start droning up your third base. Now that it's done, you should have started a little before it was done. You can also just transfer some drones from your main and natural. Both your main and natural have more than 16 drones on minerals, so you could just transfer. Like 4 from the main, 5 from the natural. And you're supply blocked rather often.
Yeah, I've noticed.
And no, I think 5. No. Second macro hedge, I'd cancel that and put down a fourth base. That's too much. But actually, now you don't have many overmints, so just leave it like this for some time. Don't get the fourth base. And now tech to hive. And yeah, I think you should also put links at his fourth base and at the entrance of his main. And yeah, of course, spread overlords a little more. And research, drop, and speed. And if you have like a lot of minerals over, either get more drones now, or just dump the minerals into zerglings. It's better than just leaving. Oh, drones into gas, right? You also need a queen for your macro hatch. I think it's worthwhile doing that. And yeah, if you have some zerglings back at your bases, you can move the roaches forward, like pretty close, like at his gold base. Just let them stay there, and if you see him moving out, you can always like either go for a counter or just fake a counter attack.
When should I get my spire?
Oh, you should have gotten it a few minutes ago. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you that, because obviously we are going for broodlords here. But yeah, just get it now. And of course you shouldn't engage, just so you, in case he moves out or gets out of position with his army, you can also like maybe poke in at his third base if he doesn't have units there, but I guess that's a bit too risky. And yeah, let me see. I think drone-wise you're quite fine, maybe like 5 to 10 more once you have your fourth base, but it's quite good. And let me see. Yeah, why don't you just build like a big bunch of overlords now, so you stop being supply blocked all the time? Just build like so you have 30 supply free. I mean, that's not 100% efficient, but it's better than what you're doing right now. And kill the Hellions at the watchtower. I mean, it's I really noticed that. So just build a few overlords in advance all the time, and then you're a lot less supply blocked. And you can
oh dear.
Oh, you lag. You can catch his Hellions with your speedlings when they are running around, like running away from your roaches.
I don't understand.
And that's indeed kind of weird.
What the heck?
Oh, so you also have waiting for Peekaboo on your screen?
That's what it says.
Okay. That's very sad, because actually I think you have a chance of winning the game.
Battle.net, man. It's so good.
Yeah, but actually I haven't seen this happen for quite some time. I'm not that unhappy with the new battle lag. Well, at least I personally don't have lags very often. But yeah, that's indeed. Actually, I can drop you. Oh, but he can. Yeah, I think you were doing okay. Of course, it's a lot of mechanic problems, as like everyone has.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just responding to a text message as I was being dropped from Battle.net. Yeah, mechanical problems are annoying. Overlords are a big deal, obviously.
Yeah.
So, what do you, given the development of that game, he was obviously probably closing in on a max, right?
Oh, I didn't check. For some time, you were actually quite close in supply. I think you might actually have been ahead, and he had too many SCVs. He had 77 SCVs, which is too much. And I mean, once your drop upgrade is done, if you had just started dropping roaches and zerglings while going for broodlords, I think you might have had a decent chance of winning. I mean, let's say it like this: if you put me in this situation you were in at the end, I think I would have been able to win it. I'm not sure. I mean, the thing is, like, you can always like fuck up, but I think you were in a decent position actually. Yeah. You can just start dropping once you have the upgrade, and he only had like eight swords or 6 swords and 8 tanks, or the other way around, one of the two, and like 15 marines. So he was very immobile, and well, you had good economy, so you could have just kept dropping his main and gotten broodlords in the meanwhile. And you also had neuroparasite done, which is good. And so yeah, you could have just gone for the like broodlord infestor combination and corrupt us, and while you keep dropping in, I think that would have worked.
Well, we'll just pretend like I won that game then.
Yeah.
Because I can't reconnect to Battle.net. So, all right. Well, we'll go ahead and say that's it for our coaching lesson today. Would you be open to answering a few questions?
Oh, sure.
All right. So let me just pull these up and see what people want to ask Mr. Darkforce. All right. That's not a question at all. Darkforce, are you familiar with this new PVZ style or ZVP style that involves lings and banelings? Do you think it has any potential?
Well, if it's really just ling baneling, then well, I've seen it before, and it can work if like Protoss messes up his force fields or just makes something bad, or just attacks at a. I mean, if like Protoss goes for some kind of timing attack and then you crush the timing attack with your ling baneling, then it can work. But the question is, wouldn't have mass roach worked just as well? And so no, I'm not a fan of it. But I've seen it, and yeah, I mean with drop, I mean like roaches plus baneling drop. I think that can be good, but I guess that's not what he was trying to ask. So no, I'm not a fan of ling baneling in ZVP.
Are you still sticking or standing strong by just Roach Hydra?
No, not just Roach Hydra. It really depends. If Protoss doesn't open Stargate, and I mean, I always try to see whether he goes Stargate. If he doesn't go Stargate, I'd go Mutalisk. And then just use, like, first get roaches against some kind of gateway push of 1 or 2 base. Well, of 2 base, I guess. Against 1 base, I wouldn't get mutas. But just get roaches, and then if you see him just going robo, I think going muta is very good. And then just harassing and going for a base trade, like I did against Gomas in the first game. Like, that's why I had a lot of experience with that kind of situation, because if Protoss doesn't go Stargate, I always go Mutalisk, or at least I want to do that, because I don't think you can beat like a non-Stargate Robo build with Roach Hydra, or well, you can, but I think it's very difficult, and he just doesn't have the mobility against the Mutas without Phoenix.
Okay.
And if he goes Stargate first, then he doesn't have